Hi everybody, Todd Stein here with Recruits Baseball Club. A little bit about the program. We started in 2009. We saw a need for youth baseball and youth player development done the right way in the St. Louis area. We specialize in training children of all ages, young adults of all ages. Our youngest team is in the 7U age group and our oldest is 18 years old. We really focus on position-specific training, athletic movement type training, strength, performance, conditioning, and everything that we can possibly do to make these kids the best players they can be. So we really have two branches of our training. One is the team side that we offer to all the kids in the Recruits Baseball program. We have weekly practices, we have hitting and fielding sessions, we have bullpen sessions. We work on different things like strength training, speed and agility, running the bases, and then we also have our two facilities, Practice Factory located here in South County and LPA located in Chesterfield, where we run our elite hitting development and elite pitching development classes where we really dig into the details and finer points of those two things. Dave, Coach Wiggins, and myself run the pitching side, and Coach Barra and Coach Michelle do all the hitting work. We really started our first year we had a 13U team and a 15U team, and after that we really wanted to grow on the youth side so that we could teach them the right way to do things from a young age, and by the time they get to the high school levels they'll already know the footwork and how to receive the baseball and proper fielding, throwing, running, and hitting mechanics. And after they get to the high school level, it's all about the recruiting process and finding the best fit for them at the collegiate level. We do believe that there's a place in college baseball for all of our kids to play, whether that's Division I, Division II, Division III, junior college, and some NAIAs. We really try to focus on the academic side along with the baseball part and find a good fit for both things, both skills, I guess you can say. There's some kids that need more help with the academic side and finding that good fit. Your kids that go to the Ivy Leagues or the WashUs or the Emorys, and then there's other kids that are focusing on the state schools or a private school in the area. And it's about finding the best fit for everybody. This is probably the biggest year our program's had. We've got the staffing in place to adequately train our 15 teams. Player development never stops with us, and we want to make sure that we can do the best job on that front. Where are we headed? We're headed to more youth teams. We want to grow our player development side. We want to grow on the youth side of things. We want to teach kids the right way to play baseball, and we're already seeing that pay off at the high school level with the boys and where they're going off to the college level and the college commitments.
How's it going, guys? Tyler Michelle here. I am the hitting coordinator and founder of Elite Hitting Development here with the Recruits. Started about 6 years ago. I finished playing ball and baseball was all I wanted to do. I had a recommendation from a current player and came in, walked through the door with a resume, and the rest is history. Here we are, 2021, still rolling. Elite Hitting Development is our idea of what hitting training should be. We did the whole 30-minute once a week model for a while, and we just weren't having the success that we were looking for. We didn't see them enough, the reps weren't there. We'd fix something and we'd sit on it for a week and they'd walk back through the door and we'd be back to square one. So our new model, we see them twice a week. We roll them through an hour each time. It's in groups of 2, so there's a little bit of a competitive aspect to it. And we've had great success with it. I wish we would have done it sooner, glad we've done it now. So with the Recruits, I coach the 15U group. I've bounced all over the place. I've had 16s, 17s, 18s. Last year was my first dose of the youth level. I had the 14s for the first time. And I'm with the 15s now. It's the same group, just gonna move on up with them. Excited to get rolling. We work with college guys quite a bit. We know what those coaches are looking for. We know what to focus on here. We know how to make hitters better. We know how to help them hit in game. There's a difference between being able to light it up in a cage and turn it on in between the dirt, in between the lines. And that's the focus. How do we hit in game? How do we make it better there so that not only can we get these guys recruited, but make them successful when they get there?
How's it going, guys? My name is Dave Wiggins. I am the Recruits Baseball Club Director. kind of help Todd Stein with the day-to-day functions of running the club, wear many hats in the ball club. I specialize more in pitching than anything else, but I work with the kids in all aspects, fielding, hitting, but pitching would be more of what I like to focus on. A long way back, back when I graduated college, wasn't really sure what to do. Got a history degree and wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go, so reached out to Todd. He'd been generous enough to give me a couple pitching lessons when I was in college for free. And we got to talking, and he set me up with a couple lessons here and there at the facility he had. I was running a team at the time and ran into his team, and we were playing each other, and that's kind of how it all began from there. Is I was just kind of telling him how, I really wasn't getting what I wanted out of the club baseball scene with the program I was with, and he basically said, bring your guys over, let's team up and let's grow this thing. So that's exactly what we've done. We went from 2 teams to about 15. We've been around a little over 10 years, and I would say that this year is the biggest year in our program in terms of growth, and it's what we're seeing as our family continues to grow. With Elite Pitching Development, that's a program that Todd founded a couple years back. It's far more involved than just your regular pitching lesson. He and I run that program together. It's membership style. Kids buy a monthly membership, and they can basically come in whenever they want throughout the week, and we work them through drills and their different programs. With us having 2 facilities now, Todd runs Point here in South County, and I run Point out in Chesterfield at Legacy Performance Academy. So it's really cool because Todd basically gets to run the day-to-day operations here with our guys that are down here, and then I get to do the same exact thing and do the programming for out in Chesterfield. So it's really kind of allowed me to kind of step out from under Todd. He basically taught me much of what I know when it comes to pitching and training pitchers, and really kind of see how I can do doing it myself and kind of running the program myself. So it's been a lot of fun. We've been doing it for the last couple months, working with tons of different kids, ages 6 and under, up to college age, even a couple pro guys here recently. So it's been a lot of fun, and just in terms of getting these kids ready for their high school seasons, their youth seasons, their pro seasons, and kind of seeing how they develop throughout that. It's been a great experience so far, and we're seeing a lot of progress. With the opening of that second building out in Chesterfield Valley, Legacy Performance Academy, we've always been saying for a while, we have a really nice little niche down here in South County. We do a great job with the kids down here, but we want to grow and we want to move further out west. So having this opportunity and seeing the facility that we have now out west, and just the partnership we have with Mike Ott and Legacy Performance Academy, our program can grow in ways that we would never even experience down here, just in terms of the size, in terms of the areas of the space for training. Right now we have 15 teams. We have a hard goal of going up to about 25 next year. Really working on getting the youth model in our program built up as much as we can. We were very well known a couple years ago for our high school teams, very successful high school teams, but we found out as we went on, not having youth teams, our high school teams started to suffer a little bit in terms of their competition level and being as competitive as we wanted them to be on a national level. So we found that throughout these last couple years, training up these little dudes, these 8Us, these 9Us, these 10Us, and seeing how they grow as they become 13, 14, 15. My goodness, man, you get a kid in this program for 4 or 5 years, and you can take a kid who is average and you can turn him into an elite player. But we have the guys for that, we have the instructors for that, and we have the resources for that. So I think huge things are to come for this program. I'm so excited for the direction, and like I said, this is the year where I'm really starting to see, wow, we can grow this into a nationally recognized program that trains kids 8 and under to 18 and under, and we can have 20 plus teams and still keep it quality over quantity.
My name is Cam Barra. I'm the assistant hitting director here at the Recruits Baseball, fielding director, 17-18 youth coach. I first started here about 10 years ago with Coach Todd when I was 19 years old. I was his assistant coach for the 16U team, and then the next year for the 17U team. 2 years later, I graduated college. He offered me a full-time job, and I've been here ever since. I met Todd when I was really young, 13 or 14. Played in the Metro Collegiate League, which his dad runs. Met him at the All-Star game, and we talked a little bit about baseball and coaching and what I want to do after college, and things went from there. Around here, I do a lot of the fielding, the catching stuff, and then help Tyler out with the hitting side of things. So we've gotten younger over the past couple of years. We've gotten some 9U teams, 10U teams, 12U teams. We're kind of starting from a foundational standpoint, and having kids in the program a little bit longer. We're able to do things, the way we want to be done, with the way we think things should be done right, to help at the next level, whether it's high school, making a varsity team, or getting recruited for college. So from a fielding catching perspective, I think we've done a pretty good job. We do a ton of glove work. We do a ton of athletic movements. We're really big on that. We do a ton of double play stuff, guys moving really fast paced practices, double fungos, triple fungos, kind of ball always moving, guys always moving around, and it's worked out good for us. So from a recruiting perspective, Todd's obviously got a lot of connections, which is awesome. For me, I have a few connections out there and starting to get to know some people in the area. And it's been a really good experience kind of learning from him, not just from when I first got here, but working up with the guys I have now that I've been with for 6 years. So, you learn a little bit from him. You learn a little bit about where my guys can possibly fit, what level they can play at. So it's been a really good experience for me with my guys, the guys that I have now. But unfortunately, this is probably my last year with them, but it's been one heck of a ride. I think this club has a bright future. We have 4 really full-time guys dedicated to what we do. We're a younger group. We're always learning new things. We're always trying to implement what we believe is going to help our high school hitters, youth hitters, our high school pitchers, our youth pitchers, our youth fielders, our youth catchers, whatever it may be. We're always adapting to technology. We're always adapting to new arm care, new bat speed, all that stuff. We've had a ton of success over the last couple of years. I think, when people kind of realize that, the future of this program is really, really, really bright, just because of the success we've been having over the last couple of years and the dedicated staff that we have here. We're also getting younger. I mean, we have, I think, 3 9U teams. We got a 10U team, 11U team, 12U team. In the past, we really haven't had that. We really focused on kind of more of the high school level. But with these guys behind me, we're starting from kind of that ground, from that foundational point. Instead of getting guys coming over from other clubs or other programs where, it may take a little bit to kind of change some of their actions or movements or whatever it may be. Which is a little bit challenging. So, I think the future is bright for this club. Obviously, with access to, with some of our training going over to the facility in Chesterfield, having kind of 2 locations here, I think it's awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. I think, this coming fall, this end of the summer is going to be a really, really, really big one, but challenging one for us. But I think we're all really, really, really excited for it. So.